That's 5 Mile. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for watching. You're about to see what I used to do before I started working in maintenance, before I started turning boats for a living. And I really hope you enjoy it. This was done by a local reporter. Her name's Jenifer McDaniels. She done this story on me. Oh gosh, very long time ago. Way before I ever thought about doing anything on YouTube. That's a fact. So, make sure you go over and check her channel out. Make sure you give this video a like. This is pretty much my life story for when I met my wife all the way, I guess, up to about, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I guess. I started turning boats. So, y'all enjoy this. Make sure you give it a good like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Tell them bye, Miles. 5 Mile. Tell these people bye. Tell them bye. Oh, you just want me to pet you, huh? Take care, guys.
For Hardin County ginsenger Mark Stewart, heading into the hills is not a choice. Living in an area where work is hard to come by, this young mountain man takes to the mountains to support his family. But his plight has turned into his passion, and Mark has become one of the region's most knowledgeable diggers of roots.
As far as the American market, Kentucky's the biggest producer.
It has been, yeah.
And Harlan is the biggest producing county in the state, would you say?
Yes, I actually would, yeah. There's more diggers here per square mile than any other county in the state.
Is it because we got more ginseng?
No, it's because we have a low economy. You know, a lot of people, when they're out of work, well, they can hit the hills and go dig roots, and they've got money. I mean, they can go buy what they need.
And what Mark needs is a good cash crop every season to provide for his family. So he journeys almost every day into the steepest terrain of the Appalachian wilderness, from sunup to sundown, to dig for ginseng, bloodroot, yellowroot, black cohosh, any root growing wild that will harvest a good income. Mark said he grew weary of the frantic fight to compete for hard-to-come-by jobs and decided to go forest deep, where he didn't feel confined by the competitive job market, where earth and sky are his only boundaries, and where freedom can be found.
Lord, yes, there's a lot of freedom out here. I mean, you can, the money part, that's totally up to you. If you want to sit on this rock till 5 o'clock and then walk back there with 3 hours, 4 hours of daylight and try to find something, you're not going to make that much money. But if you go, at least spend 6, 7 hours back there, you'll make you $50, $60. You know, it averages out, you average out around 10 pounds, 15 pounds an hour, depending on how big and chunky the all fruits are, you know, what you're doing. If they're paying 80 cents a pound, you dig 10 pounds an hour, that's $8 an hour. You know, if they're paying $1, it's $10 an hour.
Living on top of a ridge up Clover Fork near Everts, Mark is known as the real Appalachian outlaw because of his intent to show the real story behind singing. He says shows like National Geographic's Appalachian Outlaw sensationalizes the mountain custom for ratings. There is no doubt that scaling steep ridges and digging sand has its dangers, but Mark spends at least 8 hours a day up in the hills and has been doing this for many years. He says it's a good, honest man's work that gives him the satisfaction that he's supporting his family, and also makes him proud that he's better connecting to his own mountain roots and continuing this generations-old mountain custom.
Nobody really goes out and makes like $1 million doing it. Nobody, I've been doing it for 20 years, 15, what I can call a professional because I'm self-taught. I ain't made $1 million yet, so.
So why do you keep doing it?
Well, I was trying to, when I got hurt, ended up back here in Kentucky. I got some plates and stitches in me. I spent 6 months in a recliner like this, and trying to get a job in the coal industry. I was living in Shields up there, and I was driving to Packport down there. I think it's called RJ, something like that. The guy kept telling me, come back next week. I done that for a month straight, The days that I would go there and other places, I wouldn't make a dime, I was just out chasing work. Back here, I can go back here and at least, even not in ginseng season, make $50, $60 a day, tax-free on my part. You add it up, it's easy to make $300 a week, cash money, no different from what you'd make flipping burgers. Ginseng season, you make that good money, I guess you could say coal mining money, where you could make $1,000 a week. Look for compatible plants, such as black cohosh, bloodroot, golden seal. These medicinal herbs, they kind of like to live together. Look for plants like that. Stem wipe is what that's called. When you find it, you'll find ginseng. And I just sit down and thought, if I do this every day, then I'll make good money, be able to survive.
As much as the real Appalachian outlaw, Mark Stewart, likes the money from ginsenging, and as much as he values the mountain tradition, Mark also says it's important for him to pass down his love and respect for the land to the younger generation, like his own children and their friends. That chain of mountain knowledge and appreciation that links generations together stays tightly linked for Mark and the children with whom he comes in contact. Mark's careful care of the land, his conscious efforts to dig roots responsibly, to replant seeds for future generation, and to frequently share his knowledge with children, and to take them on easy root digging adventures, is evidence that he has a steward's soul.
So, it's safe to say that you respect the land, don't you?
You got to. You have to. If you go out there and dig every piece you find, eventually you're going to destroy it. You're not going to find it. It's just like we're digging any plant, whether it be golden seal, cohosh, bloodroot, any of those plants, you got to stay away from the small ones. The thing about doing that is you'll always know where the roots is at, no matter what you're digging. It don't take but 4 or 5 years for them to grow, you know, to be a mature, nice, harvestable plant. So if you stay away from the small ones, only dig the bigger plants out, and if you have to, write it down on a piece of paper, you know, when you was last in that holler, and then go back in a few years and look, and you'll be amazed at what those plants have done, you know, and you basically always got money in the bank that way. I try not to disturb the water roots, the feeder roots that I know it's keeping that plant alive. I'll uncover a little bit of it, look at the age of the curl that's going to the curl of the root, and if it's not got good age, I'll remove the top of that ginseng, because you got to fight everybody's greed, including your own, because if you got bills to pay and you walk back there and you see little ginseng, you're going to harvest it. I don't care who you are, because the only thing you're thinking about is trying to take care of your family. You know, I'll actually will remove them tops, cover that back up, because like I said, you know, I even got to fight my own greed, and go on. That way, if anybody does come in there, they're not going to find it. I mean, it's not